Good morning, welcome back to the Weekend Gardener. Starting off from the car today. I've just got back. I've been on holiday for 5 days to Barcelona. Had a wonderful time, lovely food, lovely weather. But I've asked a few plot neighbours if they could water my greenhouse for me. So they should be okay, depending on whether they've done a reasonable job or not. But the plot itself hasn't been watered now for 5 days, and the temperatures have been in the 30s pretty much every day since. So I'm not sure what I'm going to find. So the first job back is going to be give everything a good watering, and I'm not going to hang around in the sun because we're getting up to 38, maybe 39 degrees today, and that's not the weather to be hanging around outside. So I'm just going to do a quick water, quick check, make sure everything's okay, and I'm going to head off home and set myself up in the shade. So let's have a quick look around the plots and see how they're doing. Well, this bed here doesn't seem to be doing too badly. Needs a good weed in. There's some nettles coming through, a little bit of bindweed, but move out of the way. Smart seems to be doing okay. Let's have a walk around, have a look inside the greenhouse. Well, thankfully the tomatoes and the peppers that are in there are doing really well. I put these poles in before I went. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, I can't see because of the reflection of the sun, but it's probably grown a foot and a half past the top of the poles, so they're all looking good in here. So obviously plot neighbours have done a fabulous job, and got some little tomatoes coming as well. I was going to see if I could finish off the compost base, but no, there's no chance of that. And there's my garlic. It's just been sat out here curing for 5 days, so that should be fine. This little bed here, it's not looking too bad. So if the rest of it's like this, I should be quite happy. Just going to pop over to the second plot. Let's just film it as we go. I was expecting these to have died off in the heat. I think most of them have. There's a little bit of water in the roses, and my potato chips aren't doing too bad, but everything across the back that's probably pretty much had it. Let's have a look at the strawberries. Yeah, they're holding on. There's plenty of weeds in there. This bed's been a little bit of a mess from start to finish. Got a little light weeding over, should sort that out. Wow. So the grapevine's enjoying it. Blackberry bushes growing through the door, they're joining up the grapevine soon. The tomatoes look okay. Yeah, everything here seems to be doing alright. Grapevine needs a bit of a cutback, but I'm not going to do it because it's providing shade. And these are some onions. I pulled these up before I went away. They're just the ones that had started to go to flower. So I'm just going to leave them there to dry out. They're still okay to use, I just have to use them first. But yeah, I'm quite surprised. We've got some nice sized tomatoes coming as well. On the Japanese black truffelli. Both plants. There's a few side shoots I could do with taking out, but I'm not going to mess around. As long as everything's still alive, I'm happy with that. Peppers are doing well. Got a few flowers coming. I'm really enjoying the heat. Let's go and have a look in the greenhouse. Aubergines aren't looking brilliant, but they weren't brilliant when I put them in. I think that's a cucumber plant, we're not sure. But everything else seems to be doing okay. I threw 4 or 5 cucumber seeds in there because I wasn't sure anything was going to come through, and they've all germinated, so I might split them up. I might take up 1 or 2 of these aubergines, probably that one at least, and maybe the one next to it, and put the cucumber up. I'm going to see if I can get some shade netting as well over the top of the greenhouse. It's ridiculously warm in here. It's 30 degrees outside, it's probably about 50 in here. Let's have a look, quick look outside. Chard's gone to seed. was about to, but the lupins are looking good. Starting to get some flowers on them. Bed looks a bit dry, but watermelons are escaping. That's a lot better than I thought it would be. Salad bed's looking good. Spinach is okay. Bindweed's doing really well. Potatoes look a little bit dry though. Onions are starting to flop over, but we're at the summer solstice. Was yesterday, so I expect them to start falling over. I might take them out over the coming days. The ones that are flopping over, the rest of them I can leave them in. I'm quite happy that I've had no signs of onion white rot with the ones that I've taken out, which has always been a problem for me. So we should have some good onions. Beans are doing well. I'd expect the cabbages to do okay because they're going to shade themselves anyway, so they're going to stop the water evaporating. Yeah, pea bed doing fine, so a quick look inside here. Raspberries have gone crazy. Everything else seems to be okay, so all in all I'm really happy with that. Just need to get the raspberries back inside the cable that's designed to keep them held together. But all in all, for a little bit of watering, I think we've done quite well. Just going to get the hose out. Hello, welcome back to the Weekend Gardener. Well, yesterday 30 degrees in blazing sunshine, so you couldn't do any work outside because it was just too hot. Today it's about 17 degrees and raining, so you can either have it one way or the other. So I'm going to see what I can get done today. I might not be able to get a huge amount done. I wanted to see if I could start painting the outside of the shed today, but I don't think that's going to happen in the rain. So what I'm going to do is see if I can sort out the plans for the compost area. I was going to see if I could get the ground levelled off today and get the frame out because I wasn't happy with the way it was sitting. So I'll just show you what I managed to get up to yesterday, and we'll have a look at what we can possibly get up to today. It does look a complete mess at the moment, but it's going too well. I'm working on things. As you may be able to see there across the bottom, that baseboard is now perfectly flat and level, and you can see there's probably a 6 to 8 inch gap that side, and that side I've had to dig away some of the soil to get it flat, so you can see how uneven the ground is. And also I made a miscalculation with the size of the polycarbonate. I thought it was a little bit longer than it was, so it wasn't going to span the roof. There was a gap, so what I did yesterday was I knocked up a template of a frame. It's 1.9 metres at the front, 1.8 metres at the back, and the top section is 920mm, which is the same size as a polycarbonate sheet, so that should sit on there. And the overhang at the back is where I'm going to put the gutter in. I've cut the wood for the other 5 frames, so that just needs all screwing together. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to completely take down this structure between rainstorms. I need to cut the roofing sheet, the metal stuff, down to 800mm because that's how wide the frame needed to be to get the roof to fit. So I'm just going to have to take that down, take my measurements, and then I'm going to get the boards in the front and back put in nice and level, knock some posts in behind them, screw them into them, and then later on I can run a row of slabs across the front, and I've already got the bricks at the back. They might need a little bit of levelling out, but once I've got the base frame in and level, it's going to make things a lot easier. I learnt that from building the shed. Start with your foundations and the rest is pretty simple. I've completely dismantled the old structure and I've dropped in the base frame, and the gap between the two lengths is exactly 800mm, which it needs to be. I've run it across, I've checked corner to corner, both measurements are the same, so I know it's square, I know it's level. But as you can see from this side, I've had to use one of my paving stones to raise the level up, to get it level. Same that side, but on the other side I'm into the dirt, so that's the lowest point over there, so I can't go any lower than that blue post. So what I'm going to have to do now is dig out whatever's inside this little rectangle, square it all off, and then what I'm going to do with the the rest of the block paving stones is, I'm just going to put them where the dividers are going to go. So there'll be 6 running along here. I've just got to measure the centres so I can get that area dug over and get the stones in. I should be happy with that. I'm going to take that piece of wood out at the back there. When I'm done, that's going to go to the front of the frame to hold everything square. I don't need any wood at the back because it's going to be steel, and if I stand the support posts on top of the bricks, that should preserve them for a little bit longer. I might as well paint it while I'm here. It'll be a job for another week. When I paint the shed, I'll paint the frame, and then the last thing will be to clad it. So I just want to get the frame up first. I've got all the cladding here. It's going to have to be cut down to size because it's a little bit too wide at the moment. So although the plot is looking a mess, I think within a couple of weeks, once we've got the compost area up, I can tidy away all these old rotten bits of wood. I mean, these were the bits that were at the back. You see things have been boring into them. That piece just snapped clean in half when I took the screws out, so it's probably best that I'm replacing it all anyway. And the wood that I'm using at the back is pressure treated, and this is all going to be painted anyway to hopefully make it last as long as I possibly can. So I'll just best get digging, get it nice. The sun's come out and it's turned into a lovely day. Not quite as hot as it has been, but still nice and warm. Right, so what I've done there is I've put in, if you can see, the stones. They're all at the correct spacings to line up with where the dividers are going to go. I've levelled it out and I've used the soil that was left over to backfill the front, so this section's a little bit flatter now. But it's getting on towards 2 o'clock, so it's time to head home. So that's all we've got time for this week. It's not got as much done as I wanted to do, but the weather really hasn't been playing ball, but I've still accomplished a little bit, so I'm happy. And so I'd like to say thank you for watching and see you all next week.